Hello, gorgeous ladies of the Exponential Wealth Program. This is so exciting. I'm so happy to have you live. Everybody is so beautiful. This is so fun. This is like our official first group gathering, which is awesome. Did everyone, Olivia's like, how did I not realize this was happening now? I was mid-workout, sweating out of breath. Perfect. And thank you, Shauna, for letting Olivia know. You're awesome. So is there anyone here who hasn't finished all the modules? Out of curiosity, is there anybody who's like, I'm done modules, I'm not done? Or is everyone like, no, I'm done with the modules? That's like old news. Tell me if any of you have not done the modules yet. So today we're going to talk about the art of spending and why is this such an important part of our growth. Demo, good job, Demo. So in some past episodes and past modules of the program, good job, Shauna, yahoo! We talked about how debt and earning and all the things are not connected. You remember when we talked about that? Then with them all too, go Olivia. So we talked about how we need to disconnect all the different conversations. Good job, Shannon. Why is it so important to untangle that? Is because as soon as we make a story and we tangle all the things, good job, Elizabeth. When we tangle all the things together, it gives us this like story that's so rock solid that it's just a mess. And when you ask people a lot of the times, like, how's your financial situation? They won't say, oh, as a matter of fact, I'm having a lot of trouble with it and I'm working on it, going through them once and then a second time. Good job, Jamaica. What they'll say if the situation is bad financially is they'll say things like, it's a mess. It's all over the place, or I don't want to talk about it, because it's so overwhelming and it's so much. It's not even clear what the problem is. It's just there's a problem and it's not a pleasant one. So it's so important in our lives to untangle all the things. What's the problem? You've got debt, or you're having a hard time earning, or maybe both, but they're not related. Spending is one of the things that has completely shifted the way that I have a relationship with money. So here's a fun analogy. If you have money in your wallet and money in the bank, does the money in your wallet define your financial situation? Let's say there's $200 in your wallet and I offer you a program that's $2,000, but you've got $100,000 in the bank. Would you open your wallet, see that there's only $200 in there and say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford it. I've only got 200 on me at the moment? Doesn't even make sense. What we forget is that our money that we have right now in our bank account is energetically the same as the money you have physically in your wallet. And the money you have in your bank account is like the connection you have to endless money in the universe. So what's in your bank account right now is just like what's in your cash wallet. And what is potentially available in the world is your bank account. So every time you say, I can't afford that, it's as if you're looking in your wallet, looking at the money that you can see and saying, if I can't see it, it's not mine. Even though you have a bank account overflowing with money, you're tapped into the universe. You are part of an abundant flow of money. But you just don't claim that as yours. You're going to look at what you can physically see as yours. What are the numbers in my bank account? That defines what I can afford and what I can't afford, which is crazy considering you have this huge amount of money in the universe that's already yours, but you're just looking in your energetic wallet. If you can't see the money, it's as though it's not yours. Is everybody getting what I'm saying? So when you start doing that, you start cutting off the potential flow of money in your life. The universe stops giving you money freely. It's like, oh, she doesn't want this. She's not tapped into this. How you spend in life is not about what you see in your account. Spending is based on what you want the thing to be. So remember we talked about good debt and bad debt. So good debt being I invested with my money. Bad debt being I bought stuff with my money. Now, this is a conversation that I have with a lot of my coaches who are trying to build a lot of money, big wealth. They're like, what about clothes? Is clothes an investment? Because technically, if I need to feel high vibe, clothes should be part of the things that are an investment. And my answer is always this. You know in your soul the answer to that question. Sometimes clothes are an investment. I'm about to have a photo shoot. I know the vibe I want. I need an outfit. Yes, that's an investment. But I'm going shopping because it's good for me. Could or could not be an investment. You know in your body when it is an investment and when it's not. So learning to have a relationship with money that is a grown-up relationship. Not just, can I afford this based on what's in my wallet, but can I energetically afford this? Is this going to send me into a downward spiral if I spend on this? Or is it going to empower me and create wealth? So I made a post the other day on my Facebook wall, which was, the problem's often the solution, and then the solution is the problem. And this is the biggest, when we talk about money, it's very true. Because I want to have more money, but I don't want to spend money because I don't have money. But if I had money, I'd spend money to make more money. But since I don't, I won't. I don't have it. Because I don't spend it, I don't make more. Because if I did have more money, I'd spend more to make more, but I don't have it, so I won't spend more to make more. So now I don't have the money. We get stuck in this ridiculous story. So who here's ever noticed in their life that you've done something for yourself that you didn't really know how you were going to figure out, and then you did it, and then it worked? Who's ever had at least one story like that in their life? Raise your hand. Right. So you have no idea how it's going to work out, but you feel like you should do it. So you do it, even with the fear, even with all the things, and all of a sudden it works out, and then it pays off. This is an investment. Danny's like, that's what happened with this program. Yay! This is what we need. So imagine you're like, I can't sign up for this program until I've sold out of my program. Well, that means you need people to invest in you before you invest in you. Does that make sense energetically? Not really. It's got to be like, when I invest in myself, my program will sell out. And I've seen there's just looking at you in the screen right now, there's people here that have launched things and sold out. Shannon sold out, Olivia sold out, Shauna sold out. I don't know how many $111 payments have come from this year, but I feel like it's all I see. Another payment come through, another payment come through, another payment come through. I just read on Demi's Facebook page all what her clients are doing. My brain is mind blown. So good. I asked Elizabeth how she was doing, 1 out of 10. She's like 27 out of 10. Shamika's killing it, speaking engagements. Caitlin's like, I wasn't expecting this payment. I wasn't expecting this payment. I wasn't expecting this payment. And just notice, and I will tell you, the amount of resistance you enter a program with does make a difference in how fast things shift. When you come in with something with fear, is this going to work? I need this to work. I'm not sure it's going to work. I need this to work, but I'm not sure it's going to work. But I need this to work, but I'm not sure it's going to work. When you go in like that, it's like there's a huge block of ice in the way from the water, and the water is the flow. And you've got this huge thing of ice on top of it. When you come in like, I'm in, then you're just part of the flow already. So sometimes you need to chip away at that resistance, and it takes more energy. So here's the most impactful I ever really realized about money. So I always say money has nothing to do with time. It has to do with alignment. So the biggest realization here is that it's not time is money, it's energy is money. What do I do in my life that increases my energy? Because when I have more energy, the strongest energy always wins. When I have more energy, people see me, people find me, people click with me. And really everything's an exchange of energy. So the more energy I have, the more things I can acquire. Energetically, money is energy. Relationships are energy. Opportunities are energy. Free things are energy. It's all energy. So the more energy I have, the more experiences, things I acquire. When you make time is money, you greatly limit your money because time is limited. Energy is unlimited. So anybody who ever tells you, time is money, their money is limited. energy is money means as long as I have energy, money is available to me. And even when I sleep, I'm creating energy. So it's not like you got to work hard to have energy and to create energy. It's all energy. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. You eat it, you create it. When you work out, you expand. You think, it creates energy. You have a conversation with someone who's blowing your mind. You're shifting energy. It's like zhoo, 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 like zing. You can create energy so many ways in your life. It's not just like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, I have no energy. That's a crazy thing we say. Not true at all. There is no such thing as I have no energy. If you had no energy, you wouldn't be in this field of existence. You're made of it. It's all you've got. It's not possible to have no energy. So it's about switching the words a little bit so that we realize when you're spending money, you're spending energy. What do you want to spend your energy on? Do I want to spend my energy on a whole new wardrobe? Is that what I need right now? Do I want to spend my energy on a new coach? Do I want to spend my energy on a workout program? Do I want to spend my energy on a photo shoot? And I can always have more energy, and I can always have more money. And my actual bank account is the one that's connected directly to the universe. My job is only just to be in energetic alignment with that bank account. There is no limit to what I can earn, except for the limit I give myself. And the kinds of limits I give myself are, I don't have time, I don't know how, I'm not good enough, my stuff isn't good enough, I don't have enough followers, I don't have enough clients. Whatever story you put in the way, then you're right. And then that becomes an energetic block. There's nothing actually really in the way, because it's all not real, but you've created an energetic block based on your belief. Hey, Theo makes it, yahoo! So happy to see you, Theo. So our goal, our job in the world is just to stop the resistance, to chip away at that block of ice. Caitlin's like, you just described my block. So this is the thing. When you realize your block is energetic and your solution is energetic, then energy is the problem and the solution. And if you say you have no energy, you're creating a problem. And when you have no energy, or when you say you have no energy, it's very hard to then imagine you do have energy. Then you have no energy, and energy is the currency of everything. So have you ever heard me talk about, and I'm not sure if I did this in Exponential Wealth, but when I talk about living above or below the line energetically, so there's a line. When you're below the line, you're immediately just like below the line. Like if I asked you right now, feel below the line. Imagine there's an energetic line. Above it, you're the master of the world. Below it, the world happens to you. Feel the feeling of below the line for 1 second. Just like fall into it. Can you feel the sluggish, tired, slow? And then just as fast, if I say go above the line, go above the line. Feel I'm in control of everything. I am the one that powers everything. Everything that happens in my life, I create and own above the line. Can you feel the difference, the solid, the energy coursing through your body? We have a choice in every moment to live above or below the line. And you can feel the shift in your body. When things aren't going so great, just ask yourself, am I above or below the line right now? You'll feel it immediately. Every single thing you do that's below the line is life is happening to me. Everything you do above the line is life is happening for me. And if everything is happening for me, then what should I do with it now? If life is happening for me, then what should I do with it now? I have full control, full ownership. What do I do with it now if it's happening for me? So the art of spending isn't even about physically spending. It's not even about I'm taking $100 and I'm exchanging it for this shirt or these pants or this coaching program. That's not even spending. The spending occurs before you've even made the transaction. Have you ever bought something and as you're walking towards the cash register, you can feel your entire body draining with fear and terror and shame and guilt and all the crap? It's just like, ah, so bad. Have you ever, on the other hand, spent something and before your credit card's already processed, the thing feels like it's yours. You want to dance. You're like, This is freaking awesome. Best purchase of my life. This is so amazing. I'm so in. I'm in. I love it. I love it. It's great. You spend energetically. Yes, leather pen. You spend energetically before you spend. You know if it's an investment or not. You can feel it. Now, there is a different feeling that's not and it's also not and it's the feeling of fear. When you go to spend and the thought is like, should I do this? And that's not a depleting feeling. It's usually a confusion, like I'm not sure if I'm excited or scared right now. Like I'm just gonna have a heart attack, but I'm not sure why. Like there's a surge of energy that comes in. Fear is not depleting. You actually cannot tell if you're afraid or excited on a monitor. If I was to plug you to a heart monitor, if you were to experience excitement or fear, I could not tell the difference. So it creates the same energy in your body. It's a high energy, it's adrenaline, it's absolute energy. Fear creates energy in your body. Have you ever feared something that you didn't care about? It's either I don't care about it, I'm sure I could have it or not have it, then there's no fear. Or I really care about it, but I have it, so there's no fear. Or I really care about it and I don't have it. Boom, that's where fear kicks in. If I really care about it and I don't have it, and fear kicks in. So if you were to listen to your inner self and say, okay, I've got fear around spending here, but this is not depletion. So you would have three possible feelings around money: excitement, joy, elation, alignment, like the high vibe; the low vibe of I'm already drained and depleted and I shouldn't be spending on this; and the, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to throw up, my heart's in my chest, excited fear, what the hell's happening to me, of this is an up level perhaps. And there are three very different energies. You spend your energy before your credit card has even ever come out of your pocket. So one of the things that I did when I first started my journey in personal development, I went to the seminar and they told us to keep $100 in our wallet and to energetically spend it all day long. You keep the $100 in your wallet so you know it's there, and you energetically spend it all day long. So you walk through a mall and you look at a top you find is beautiful and you could be like, I can buy that. I could buy that. I could buy that. And you feel into the feeling of spending the money. Notice when it feels like, I don't want to buy that. Notice when it feels like, should I buy it? I could buy it now. I almost want to buy it now. Notice the feelings that course through your body. Now, the level that you're playing, $100 may not be enough anymore. You may want to spend energetically $1,000. Right now, I energetically spend $10,000. So I have $10,000 energetically that's in my wallet that I know I could spend on anything. And it's like, I could spend this $10,000 here. I could spend it on this. I could spend it on this. And I have spent this $10,000 so many times that I no longer imagine this $10,000 as something I have or don't have. I felt the feeling of having it, and I felt the feeling of spending it so many times that I understand the flow of money. Money comes and goes. How many times have you bought something you thought you wanted, and as soon as you have it, you completely never use it? But the feeling of buying it's so fun. Have you ever bought from a live infomercial in your life? Like some cheese grater or some like fluffy one piece to wear on your couch, the Snuggie or whatever they're called. Like those live infomercials are like that. You're like, I can spend on this. This is the best idea on the face of the planet. And it comes to you and you're like, why did I buy this? How was this a good idea? Like I'm trying to bring back the moment where this was a good idea and somehow I can't connect to it anymore. But in the moment, it's such a good idea. I need that. On TV. Did you see how he cut that garlic? I hate cutting garlic. I can never survive without one of those. And if I call in the next 3 minutes, I get 5. Sign me up. We get so excited about ridiculous purchases and then they come and we're like, oh, it's not the thing we wanted. It's the energy of buying it. It's the feeling of saying, I can say yes to this. People who have shopping addictions are actually not addicted to buying, they're addicted to paying. It's not the thing that they want, is the fact that they don't have to say no to themselves. Like, oh, this feels good. I can have this, and I can have that, and I can have all of this. And Shamika's like, I love my Snuggie. Olivia, I actually have a pancake maker from an Asking on TV thing that I'm obsessed with. Of course you do. Of course you do. See, this is the thing. Sometimes it's a great purchase, you know? And then other times it's like, oh boy, this is going to be someone's Christmas present next year for sure. I'm gonna keep it in my cupboard. Re-gifting. So I want you to imagine, what is the vibe if you really believe that money is energy, and that in fact what you're really doing is you're commanding people's energy. And when they're deciding to spend, it's because energetically it feels good to spend with you. It has nothing to do with your program or your product, because they've never tried it. So they don't actually know if they're going to use it or if they're going to love it. All they know is they're in energetic alignment with your sales pitch. They're in energetic alignment with your offer. So what you're really doing is you become a master at creating and directing energy. And before you can do that for another person, you've got to be able to do it with your own energy. So things that you would never say again as long as you live is, I'm out of energy, or I have no energy. You would never say that again, because that's a big fat lie. And it makes everything else impossible. Because if I have no energy, then now what? If energy is the number one currency in the entire world and I have none of it, then I'm energetically broke. I don't want to be energetically broke. So there's a difference between managing your money and budgeting and wealth care. So when I talk about money, I talk about wealth care. Health care is important. That's your physical. Wealth care is important. That's your energetic being. Because wealth is not just about money. It's about an abundance of all things. There's some of those things money can buy, and there's actually some of those things that money cannot buy. So yes, most of the time, if you got money, you're pretty good. Wealth care, yeah. So what is your wealth care system like? Do you have a way of taking care of your abundance? Do you even believe in it? Or do you only take care of your wealth when there's a problem, when there's a shortage? You know, is the difference between drinking green juices, doing yoga, meditating, taking care of your body, or going to the doctor every time you get sick? Which one seems like a more integrated way of being? Olivia says, is it bad? I literally hate the word budgeting. It feels rooted in lack for me. Am I the only one that feels that way? So I completely dislike the word budgeting, because what it feels like to me is restrictive. And in an abundant world, spending less is never. It's never the answer to spend less. Spending differently is one thing. Hey, Autumn's in the house. Autumn, we love you. So if your thing is, the only way I have more money in my life is spending less, how is that abundant? How is that? No baby yet. She's coming. I'm telling you, I had a conversation with her. She had her feet up in the air, crossed like this, and I said, are you coming? And she went. I said, we're ready for you. It's a beautiful place out here. And she went, she's coming. She just needs coaxing a little bit. She's coming. Had an energetic conversation with Autumn's baby the other day. It was great. I actually had a conversation with my cousin's baby as well when she was like done, and she was like, okay, I need this baby to come out. I'm the baby whisperer in my family. So I whispered to the baby, and she went to labor 2 hours later, but her baby had a very different conversation with me. Yours is cozy. Anyway, okay, so moving on. If you believe that your wealth, your abundance in life is actually tied into a lot more than just money, how can you care for it? Olivia says, I have a previous client who wanted to continue, but her husband wouldn't let her because it didn't fit in the budget. Even though they're on track to be millionaires the next 10 years, paid for their 20K wedding in cash and living the most amazing life. It's so crazy to me. So this is what this means. When you're on a budget, it means that you've already decided how much money you're going to make. How the heck is that going to work? I have shocked myself with how much money I make. I have 3 levels of goals to make sure I never get stuck in that. I have different level goals so that I don't limit my earnings. I'm not going to go limit my freaking earnings with a budget that's like, bleh, bleh. At least goals are high vibe limitations. They're still limitations if you don't goal set properly. But you can actually limit yourself with a budget saying, I energetically believe that only this amount is coming. So I'm taking care of splitting only this and this and this because only this is coming and only this is coming. You're right. You're right. So I have a way different way of taking care of money. Caitlin says, this is so interesting. My husband is all about budgeting. He manages all of our money. He's always talking about lack and budgeting. We spend on the kids nonstop, but never on ourselves because we don't have money. Well, when you keep saying we don't have the money and you keep budgeting for an amount of money that you are certain is coming in, how can you possibly go outside of that? Theo says, if my belief is that money is abundant and energetic, how do I spend happily if there's no money coming in? How do I attract the income to be able to spend? So what I like to do is to go with a percentage instead of a set number. How we do it at home with Kevin and I is we have a goal. At first, my goal was to live on 55% of my income. When I first started, it was to have any cash left over whatsoever. But for now we live off 25% of our income, and everything else goes into savings. It goes. I have an account just for playing. I have an account just for lifestyle stuff. I put 10% of everything I earn aside. I spent $80,000 on the trip for me and my sister in 20 days. $80,000 in 20 days. That's what it cost. And you know what? It felt like the most expensive, incredible thing on the face of the planet. And the amount of business that came to me on the back end of spending that, I can't even calculate. I made more money from going on the trip than going on the trip. Because who I was, my vibe, the dreaming, people were like, what the hell is going on? My Instagram went off the, like, people just like mind blown. How the heck are you doing this? Serious goal. I'm obsessed. But here's the thing. I needed to be willing to spend that before the magic happened. If I would have said, I need people to be messaging me nonstop on Instagram before I go on a trip like that, then what comes first, chicken or the egg? I said it was me, the chicken today. I had a call with Shannon today and I had an example about chicken as well. All about chicken today. So what comes first? Is it I need to have all the success and then I can do what I want? Or is it I do what I want and the success comes? What's your belief? I really believe that everything I do makes me richer. Everything I do that I want to do makes me richer. What does that look like? I want to go on a trip with my sister. There is a way for me to monetize that. I want to go, you know, we just got engaged. Kevin and I got engaged. What are we going to do? I'm going to monetize it because I'm going to sell femme fatale on the back end of it. Why not? I have a relationship program. So instead of being like, oh, you know, should we be more careful? No, we're planning a 3-month round the world honeymoon after our wedding. We're already talking about all the things. It's going to be the most incredible thing in the world because we just realized that we majorly up-leveled our relationship brand and we're going to make it amazing because couples out there want magic. So we have to believe in our magic to be able to help people have magic. It's not when enough people pay me, I'll live a magic life. That's almost like crooked. It's almost like a scam. You pay me enough and I'll live the life I want. No, I live the life I want and then people are dying to pay me. That feels better energetically. Instead of when enough people pay me, I'll be able to do my dreams. That's like I need something from people. It's a very vibe thing. When it's like I'm doing it either way and I believe that I monetize everything I do, then it's me doing something on the back end. Not I need you to do this so I can do this, which is such a different vibe. Olivia says, I'm going to Jamaica in March with my husband and I'm terrified of taking time off work, but also want to believe that I can make more money taking 5 days off than I could not taking a vacation. I had my biggest month in all of my life the month I took a vacation with my family. And one of the biggest reasons for that is because the people who follow you are really impressed with your success. but they're not excited about not being able to have any time off. So when they see that you can do all the things you're doing and take time off, now your goals. Show me a super rich person that has no time to spend with their family and their partner and they're always working. And I'll be inspired by the money, but I won't be completely inspired. Autumn says, this is life. I have a session to jump on, but I can't wait for the replay. So freaking good. We love you, Autumn. Mwah. So what's really important in your life is that you get into energetic alignment with what you want to pull in and you become that. If I were already pulling this in, who would I be? Shauna says, how do you get a husband on board with this when they're a chronic saver for everything first? So this is what I had to do with Kevin. This is a bit of a scary thing, but you may need to have a conversation about potentially splitting your finances. So you decide, like, I want to give this a year. You know, if you are, Shannon says that's what Scott and I did. If you are really serious about growing your business, then his vibe and your vibe around money needs to either be on the same page or in different accounts. He can grow wealth. So can you. There isn't just one way to do it. You can decide to put all your money together if you want, but then if you're fighting about the energy around it, it won't grow. See? So simple sometimes. And if it's like, look, you grow wealth the way you know how, with all your good vibes in there, and I'll grow wealth the way I know how with all good vibes in here, both happy, and we're not sending bad juju, because it's bad juju and it's like your idea is wrong. There's so many ways to do things, but the way you're meant to do it is the way you love to do it. And men are very logical, and they're like, how on earth is you spending on this? How is you going on a $80,000 trip going to make you richer? Try to explain that to the guy. Listen to this. I'm going to go on a trip. I'm going to spend all this money and I'll come home richer. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's not do that. How about you give me the $80,000? I actually give me $75,000. I will put it in a 401k for us. And then I will also take the $5,000 and find you the best deal on the internet for a trip with your sister. How about that? No, that's not how I do wealth creation. I do energetic wealth. So people who feel my energy, want my energy, are in my energy, grow in my energy. I believe that. So my goal is always to just grow my energy. What gives me more energy makes me more money. And if I really believe that, then it does. This is the magic. Shamika says, is the audio going in and out for anyone else? Are you guys getting my audio going in and out? Give me a thumbs. Oh, I think the biggest thing is explaining this a few times. Is it hard to concentrate, or can you guys hear me? Because I'm at my parents' house and this is like the best I got. Shauna says, I think the biggest thing is explaining this to him so he gets it. What gives me more energy makes me more money. Yes. So how you want to talk to your partner is always for the best of both. Like, you're right and I'm right. Like, I want to do something. I want to try something. I want this. Whenever you go to your partner with an uncertainty, he will always bring you back to something secure. But when you go with definite, like, listen, I want to do something for myself. I'm going to learn how I love to manage money. I'm going to learn how to take care of my money in a way that really feels good and expansive to me. But I also want you to grow your money in a way that makes it feel good and expansive too. I don't want either one of us to feel like something's off. It needs to feel good for both of us. I want to give this a year. I want to give this a shot. For 1 year, I want to go this way, and let's see what happens. It is possible that what's not growing your money is your partner's fear around money. And when your money is intertwined, all the energies get blocked. So since I untangled my money from Kevin, we both make more. Our beliefs about how to make it is different. Our beliefs on how to save it is different. our beliefs on how to spend it is different. So how can we grow it together in the same account? It's like trying to grow tomatoes and apples in the same container, or like pomegranates and coconuts in the same tub. A different climate. It needs a different weather, different soil, different all the things in order to blossom. They can both blossom differently, but they need different climates. You and your partner may have different climates for growing money. So yeah, it's convenient to put everything in the same pot. It just may not grow. One thing needs one thing needs another thing. And it's energy. Good. I love it when it makes sense. It's what we need. Loads of sense. Sense makes dollars. Dollars makes us rich. We love that stuff. So money is energy. As much energy, the more energy I have, the more money I make. The more energy I have, the richer I am. The more I do things that create energy within me, the more money I generate. And money / wealth / abundance / whatever it is just all the things. I have everything. If you believe you have everything, and the more energy you have, the more of everything you have, then you'd be more concerned about your energy than anything else. What drains you and what excites you when you're spending? So what in your life has ever been, I want you to really think about this. What in your life has ever been a purchase that when you bought it, it raised your vibe? You felt it. You felt yourself grow energetically by buying something. This program, hiring a coach. What else? You bought it and you felt it go, this program, it's awesome. It could be your first car, essential oils, candles. I love that. This program and Shadow Work Academy. Whoop, whoop. Shadow Work Academy. So what else? A new vibrator you buy and you're like, yes, this is going to be amazing. What else? What else when you buy, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. A new phone, you can't wait to open it. This program. The first time you buy a new car, you drive away in it. You're like, maybe a new house, the first time you bought a new house. There's things you buy that you automatically feel like this was a great thing. And you feel it the minute you bought it. There's also times when you buy things and it's like, I am so upset that I had to buy this. Where spending drains your money. Or spending drains your energy. What are some things that you've had to spend your money on that literally leaves you feeling completely upset after you had to spend it? Fixing your car, repairs, yes. Student debt, your car, your car insurance, bills. Now Theo says, so I have a student loan debt and a small amount of credit card debt. Currently I make enough just to pay all of my expenses. How do I change my energy around money when it's debt I'm paying off? When I do spend my money on things I desire, expecting the money to come, and then I'm in more debt. So, okay. Theo, this is such a good question. There always has to be something you buy that feels high vibe. So I remember, okay, so we've got Elizabeth, happy you asked the question. We've got Caitlin, happy you asked this question. Always ask the question you think you're the only one asking, because loads of people are asking the same question. And I know what these programs are like. People don't want to be the only low vibe person. So I'm not going to ask the question. Ask the question, okay? So here's what happened for me. I was living in my car and I had absolutely $0. Like there was no money at all. So I was sleeping in the car. There was no money for gas. There was no money for anything. When I started doing the energetic work, all of a sudden I started becoming a coach and money started coming in a little bit. $100 an hour is what I charged, $100 Canadian an hour. So I'm receiving money in my PayPal and it takes days before it hits my bank account, and I can't use my credit card because it's been stopped. So I've literally got like a bank account. So at this point, I can't really book fancy things because most hotels need a credit card for security deposit. Like everything around money feels restrictive and scary, everything. And the more I'm in that vibe, the worse things get. Somebody hits me on the side of my car, I get a ding in my car. I fall asleep and forget to, because I used to turn the car on and off and put an alarm. So I'd wake up to turn the car off. I forgot to put the alarm, spent the whole night with gas and almost burned through my entire gas for the week in 2 nights. And I was just like, oh my God, upset with myself about that, like just bad things. But then I understood the gratitude thing. And I had a moment of absolute gratitude in my life, the snowflake moment, for those of you who know the story. So what started happening there is I started feeling grateful for things that were energetic, that had nothing to do with money. I started feeling myself get full with experiences that had nothing to do with money first. Because money and energy are so closely intertwined, you don't actually need to raise your vibe around money to raise your vibe around money. You just have to raise your vibe, period. You raise your vibe, you will raise your vibe around money. This is why how you do one thing is how you do most things. So what is a place that you can raise your vibe and really focus on it? So then what happened is, as I raised my vibe, money started to come in. So when I first got enough money, the first thing I thought to myself is, what can I afford with this money? And what it was a little motel that was like the equivalent of a Red Roof Inn, that was like $47 a night in a motel. But I could hear everything that was going on outside. I was terrified. I was actually just as afraid or more to sleep in the car as I was in the hotel room. The sheets weren't right. The floor wasn't right. The bathroom wasn't right. It didn't make me feel good to sleep there. I almost preferred sleeping in my car, going to the gym, and having the feeling of having money in my account. So I asked myself, what should I do? Should I stay in this hotel? It makes me not feel good. Should I go back to my car? What should I do? So I decided to sleep one night in my car. And I felt grateful for the comfort of my seat. I felt grateful that there was no question of what was on my seat or on my pillow that I had in my car or on my sheets. And I was like, this actually feels higher vibe. And I raised my vibe about sleeping in my car because of what I had felt sleeping in a disgusting hotel room. Then out of nowhere, I manifest a client who's like, I would like you to drive out to here and I'm going to pay for your accommodation. And she puts me up in a stunning hotel room. It was a 2-bedroom suite with 2 bathrooms, like just the hugest hotel room I've ever stayed in. It's free. It's mine. And I'm like, oh my God. So I asked the front desk, how much is this hotel a night? And he tells me it's $350 a night. That's it? $350 a night. That would be my entire week's worth of $50 a night hotels. I prefer to sleep 6 nights in my car and have 1 night here. So what did I do? 1 night a week, I stayed in that hotel, and every other night I stayed in the car until I could afford 2 nights, until I could afford 3 nights. And it wasn't that particular hotel, but it was like a hotel that was really high vibe in the area where I was, wherever it was. So it was like, how do you find something that feels good? What's high vibe? Amanda, my coach, Amanda Francis, she talks about how before she had the money, she would go and buy a $5 Starbucks. And that felt like her luxury. But she really felt the luxury of the $5 Starbucks. You don't take it for granted. What's a small thing you can do that requires money, that you can feel is a luxury? You know, buying yourself a breakfast sandwich in the morning, or sitting at a beautiful coffee shop on a terrace and have a cappuccino while you journal. Your cappuccino might be $5, but that's a high vibe experience. What can you create for yourself that isn't much money, that's totally high vibe? Can you go to the store and buy yourself a tiny little bottle of wine for one person, or a tiny little champagne for one person, and a tiny piece of cheese and a tiny thing of bread? And can you take a blanket and go find a beautiful place to sit down and have like a picnic style, and take a picture of that and post it and feel about it and journal about it and talk about it? What kind of experience can you create with the wealth that you have, with the access to wealth that you have? The wealth is unlimited, but your access to it is restricted because of your fears and your beliefs and your evidence around money. But as soon as you start to bridge that gap and kind of claw it open a little bit, and you change your feelings about money, things start to change. Just thinking of renting a private jet would have been impossible a year ago. Like, impossible. And then all of a sudden it just happened, and the decision happened in a moment. I was like, I'm getting a private jet. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an experience that I remember forever. And I thought, you know what? It's going to be the only time in my life I do this. And now I'm like, I wonder where else I could get a private jet to. That was awesome. So you expand as you spend. When you spend from a place of expansion, you retract when you spend from a place of restriction. So you don't want to overspend just to stretch your money blueprint. The goal is that when you spend, you feel empowered and strong and growing. That's what we want. Empowerment, strength, and growth in your spending, because that makes a huge difference. Sharon's like, matcha latte. Yes. Olivia says, yes, totally did this too. $5 coffee. That got me in the high vibe. Elizabeth says, Shauna, I almost saw one today. Got distracted at Target though. And Caitlin says, totally did this today. I was at a conference and treated myself to Starbucks. So would this be considered a good experience since it's going to feel high vibe? Yes. If you want to create a high vibe experience, what does that look like? Let's say you want to go shopping and energetically spend that $100 or $1,000 that's in your energetic wallet. What's going to make the experience high vibe? You dress yourself in a way that you feel amazing. You go and you energetically spend money all morning. Then you sit down and you get yourself your most delicious coffee that's only $5. You've been energetically spending thousands all morning. You sit down, you have a coffee, you enjoy your coffee, you journal about your experience, you feel gratitude for this real experience. And now you're creating a bridge between what happened and what could have happened. The energetic spending and the actual spending start to bridge a gap. And your system doesn't actually know what was real or not. All you know is your feelings around money are increasing and it feels good to spend, both energetically and in the real world. It feels good to spend. It feels good to spend. When it feels good to spend and you're grateful that you were able to spend, the universe opens a space for you to be able to spend more. And the way to spend more is to have more. I have actually increased my having by spending properly. Elizabeth says, this was an amazing exercise. Let me check again. This is an amazing exercise that I will be employing ASAP. Yes. If you shop when you're stressed and you can't find anything in your size and you finally have money to spend and there's nothing you can buy and you're worried about time and you're worried about, you can screw up your money vibe just by shopping under pressure. I actually believe the reason people go broke after Christmas is not because of how much they spend, it's because of the way they spend. Completely stressed, nothing for them, everything for everybody else, afraid the stores are going to close, afraid things are going to run out, lack for about a month. Then they're exhausted, they get a cold, and it's all downhill from there. And they write goals in January about how they're going to be better next year. What if you decided this year to start shopping in November as soon as the Christmas music comes out? What if you decided that you were going to go buy one gift every week? That between now and the end of the year, you're already in the Christmas vibe. You're in the giving mood. You're loving it. And you're either spending energetically or actually, but you're spending and you're shopping and you're looking, this is what I'm getting for this person. You take a picture of it. You even go to the shop, you find the wrapping paper you would use, and you energetically high vibe Christmas shop with time on your side. Energetic spending, shopping sprees, and journaling about the experience. Love the idea. What kind of Christmas would it be if you enjoyed shopping and you didn't buy out of guilt? You bought out of desire. What would that be like? Have you ever bought something for someone that cost you way too much money and they opened it and they were like, oh, thanks. You're like, ugh. That was not even worth it. And have you ever had someone open a gift in front of you that was like the tiniest little thing and they're so excited and you're like, really? I could have gotten you that? Ah! It's all about the energy. It's always all about the energy. Shamika says, so excited, going to do a staycation in Saratoga Springs in the next 3 days, about 45 minutes from going to be a nice hotel called Gideon Putnam. Get to go once a year. This is amazing. So when you go there, really enjoy all of it, the beauty. Like who here has noticed that the way I take pictures is a little different than most ways people take pictures? So every picture that I capture is a moment of gratitude for me. I don't take pictures to prove things. I take pictures because I'm in awe of my life. When I'm taking a picture, I'm looking at the thing way before I'm taking the picture. When I'm taking a video, I point the camera at where I want to look. I lock both my arms next to my body. I hold the camera and I don't look at the phone. I look at what I'm looking at and I move my body, and then the camera turns with me. I don't stare at the camera and film for you. I hold the camera as I look at what I'm looking at, and it captures magic. People are like, I feel like I'm there. You are. You're just looking at what I'm looking at. So when you take a picture because you're like, wow, this is beautiful. Buy a coffee, take a picture of it, post it on your social media, and be like, I freaking love this Starbucks. I freaking love this matcha latte. I'm so high. It feels so good to hold this cup, soft cardboard, the warmness of the coffee. It smells like fall. I'm so excited. It's crazy how little things can make me feel so happy. My posts are for me first. I post on Facebook. Facebook is like my journal. My Instagram story is like my personal journal. I do it for me first. Because when I go back, I get to see again everything I've seen. The pictures are for me. You get to see them with me, but you're traveling with me. I'm not taking the pictures to impress. I'm taking the pictures to remember. I'm not writing posts to impress. I'm writing posts to remember. It's my journal. Every single day, part of my morning routine is to look at my memories from last year. And I look. Memories, you know the place where they show you like a year ago, today, what you were doing? I go read my words. This is what I was thinking. This is what I was feeling. I often learn from myself last year. What did I learn? What was I doing? Oh yeah. It's like a journal. It's really powerful to do that. All the goodness, Shamika. All of your pictures are so magical and definitely like I was there with you. Caitlin says, I can't wait to try this. I paid for our entire family to go to Jamaica. Why does it go to Jamaica? And stay in a villa together for Thanksgiving. So grateful to celebrate their 50th anniversary and be given this gift. I need to celebrate the gratitude when I'm there. When did this all happen? Since when is this happening? When did you find out about this? This is crazy. What an incredible thing. They told us in January. So you've had like a year of a gift, knowing that a gift is coming. So when I say we attract people and their power, that means in December, if I would have told you, what are the odds that you're going to Jamaica with all of your family in 2018? What would you have told me in December of last year? 1 to 10. You're going with all your family to Jamaica. What are the odds? 1. If I win the lottery, I don't know. I don't have no plans of going. And then some person decides you're going, and that's people in their power. And next thing you know, you're going. Everything in life is that easily shiftable. It only got real for me now that it's only a few weeks away. Of course, I understand that. At first, it's like, what? It's crazy. And then it's like, it's coming. This is crazy. But you manifested a free trip to Jamaica for all of your family. That is huge. But we forget. And the energy of that has the power to take you through so much stuff. And when I say, like, you can monetize anything, believe me, if someone decided to pay for me to go to Jamaica, I would have a trip on how to manifest trips to Jamaica. I would have a program about how to manifest trips to Jamaica. Like, you can monetize anything that's a life experience that works. How do you monetize the things that you're doing for yourself? Instead of waiting for things to happen so you can do the things you want, and then monetize them. Use your bravery, use your courage, use the fact that you go for what you want, and then on the back end of that, you're responsible. The problem with waiting for someone else to give you permission, waiting for someone else to pay you, waiting for someone else to set it up properly for you before you do it, is by the time you do it, it doesn't feel like it was because of you anymore. And it's hard to be proud of it, and it's hard to celebrate it when you know, well, yeah, but the only reason I'm doing this is I had a good month. What if I don't have a good month next year? This is circumstantial growth, and it won't get us anywhere. What if you decide that you get to have the things you want because you do? And when you do, you somehow monetize that. And it even pays for even more of what you want. What if the money is always coming, but the money is responding to your power? The money doesn't create your power, it responds to it. You don't get to have the life you want because people paid you to do it. You live the life you want and then people pay you to teach them. You live the life you want and then people pay you to join. You live the life you want, you look the way you want, and then people pay you so they can be a part of it. This is radical responsibility for yourself. And when you start living your life like this, there's nothing you cannot be, do, or have, because everything responds to you. It's like you're the ripple, you're the domino, you're the thing, you're the one, you start it and the world responds. You are the one that meets yourself at the level that you wish to be at. The universe responds. You go first. You go first always. If you're waiting, the energy is waiting. When the energy is waiting, the money is on hold, the experiences are on hold, everything is on hold. The fear you fear when you want something you don't have yet is just a gateway, is just a sign like, this is new, this is new. New equals scary. This is just new. You can choose to go or not go. You own your power. You own your power, but you've got to go first. So what is something that you've got on your list of things that you want, that you feel is an investment and you've been procrastinating it? And it could be a small thing. It could be something like, I realize I want a selfie light and I keep procrastinating the freaking selfie light. What is something that you really want and you're finding yourself procrastinating it and you're feeling a lot of fear every time you think about it? Is there something like that in your awareness, in your world right now? I want to do this. And your laptop, Demi says, your mastermind. And oh my God, yes, the selfie light that you still haven't bought it. Okay, so you may be, if it's a big thing, you may be going like, oh my gosh, I want to go into the next level mastermind. I want to keep growing, but oh my gosh, what if I don't grow? What if it doesn't work? Sometimes it's just tiny little things, like a selfie light. Olivia says, I invested in a meal prep service for the first time last week and it was amazing. I was terrified to spend the money on it since it's not necessary, but damn, saves so much time and energy and stress. Amazing. So this is something so important you just said, Olivia. It saves energy. If it saves energy, then it's saving money. The more energy you have, the more money you make. So what is going to bring you more energy in your life? Amen. A microphone for podcasts and a new apartment with a view, a virtual assistant. So the first step is to look at, what is a small thing that I'm disallowing for no reason? So it's like, okay, I want a microphone. I want a microphone. Can a microphone for my business make me more excited about doing my podcast? Can a microphone for my business make me more excited? Will it change my energy? Because do I need a microphone to do one? No. But will it change my energy around it? If the answer is yes, it's an investment. And you start there and then you do it. House cleaners. Listen, I will tell you, I've been living in hotels for over six years now. And I know for sure, definite, that I will be having people come clean my house and cook for me. Because just the thought of making my bed makes me upset. Like, I don't even want to do that. I could be on a coaching call making thousands of dollars, or I could be cleaning my bathroom. No, I refuse. I refuse to lower my vibe cleaning a toilet when I could be on a phone call with the coolest client in the world talking about amazing things. No, I will not. Then he's like, oh my God, same. And my boyfriend says I'm lazy. No, I just don't want to clean. You don't have to clean. Caitlin says, I want a new bathroom set. House cleaners. So how would it change your vibe? This is how you shop. How will this change my vibe? How is this good for me? What will this change? How is this an investment? You'll know in your core if it's an investment or not. If it's something that you think of in a moment and you want it, practice spending energetically on it for a little while. Don't say I'll buy it when I have more money. Say, let me spend on this energetically for a few days. I'm buying it today. I'm buying it today. I'm buying it today. How does that feel? Do I feel high vibe every time I buy it? Or does it not even feel high vibe anymore tomorrow? It's one of those purchases that I want now because it sounds like a good idea. Then it's not. Or is it this thing I can't get out of my head? Every time I go to record a podcast, I listen to the sound and I'm like, oh, I wish I had better sound. Because that lowers your vibe around your podcast every time you do it. You've got to spend. And the biggest thing is if you don't, you stop the flow of money. You attract who you are. If you don't spend, you are going to attract people who don't spend. And who do you want? People who spend money and who love it and who are like, I want to pay you and I love to pay you. It feels so great. When I spend with you, it feels like I'm winning. I love paying you. I want my clients to feel like when they pay me, it feels like I want to pay you all over again. I love paying you. Paying you is my life. Makes so much sense. So then I need to make sure that when I'm spending like that. And this year's like, it does feel that way. Yes, that's what I want. I want it to feel good. I don't want it to be like, oh, I've got another payment of that coming through. The worst. Like I said, I literally just had a client say that the other day. And I say the same thing to my coach and for you. So good. Yeah. Like when you spend and you love spending. So here's the thing that I do. And I wish I had brought my wallet near me so I could show you. But I have smiley face stickers on all of my cards, all my credit cards and all my debit cards. So that I remember when I pay to be grateful. Every single time I make a purchase, I make sure I am grateful for the purchase in the moment. Even if it's something that I'm not happy to spend, I will literally find a way to be grateful for it. Like I used to get annoyed paying my cell phone bill because I'm Canadian, but I travel to the US and I travel all over the place and my phone bill can sometimes be like $500 a month. It's crazy. I used to spend less on an apartment when I was a teenager. And sometimes it used to bother me, my phone. And you know what? I always used to manifest bad service, issues, problems, phone being cut off, people not being able to reach me, my voicemail not working. Then I had this shift around my phone. Every time I pay my phone bill, I am paying for uninterrupted connection with clients. And all of a sudden, I wasn't paying for the phone bill anymore. I was paying for uninterrupted connection with my clients. And I was so grateful to pay for that. When you're paying for your car insurance, you're paying for protection for your life and your financial situation. Be grateful for that. When you're making your car payment, you're grateful for every single moment that you feel free to go wherever you want without question. That's what you're paying for. When you're paying for your electricity bill, you're paying for light, heat, hot water, warm food, cold food, whenever you want it. That's what you're paying for. What are you actually paying for? It's not the thing, it's the thing it provides. Put smiley faces on your credit card. Even if you forget to be grateful, I guarantee the people who check you out at the restaurant will be like, oh my gosh, why do you have a smiley face on your credit card? And be like, because this crazy chick in Canada told me to help me be grateful when I pay for things. Put smiley faces. When you pay a bill, when I pay a bill, if a physical bill comes, I sign it and I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I write thank you on bills at the restaurant. When I receive I have to pay at the restaurant, I always write thank you on the receipt. And obviously the person who received it feels like I'm talking to them. I'm thanking the amount of money that I have that makes the experience possible. I say thank you every day, a million times around money, every day, every time I buy something. On the trip with my sister, every meal, every coffee, every cab, every check-in, every hotel, every single little thing, every time I said, so grateful for this as I paid. Change the vibe around spending. You change the vibe around receiving because we're constantly attracting people and their power, and we attract who we are. So when you're grateful for spending, you attract people who are grateful for spending. And if they're grateful for spending on you, you have a very viable business. Shamika says, paying for your program was the first time I didn't have that, oh shit, what the hell did I just do feeling after I made the payment. That is huge. So keep going back to that feeling of I made a good investment for me and it felt good. I did something good for me and it felt good. Feel the gratitude of good money vibes. Feel the gratitude of good money decisions. Already can't wait to rewatch this trading. So many golden nuggets. That's awesome. So start interacting with money like, I make extraordinary money decisions. I am so grateful for the money I have and the money that's available to me. I am so grateful for my energetic connection with money. I am so grateful for the potential of money that is living in this world, for my connection with unlimited resource. I am so grateful for my ability to pay for this now. I am so grateful for this service that I receive. I am so grateful. When you do something that feels luxurious, bask in it. Gratitude is a party. Celebration is a party thrown in the name of gratitude. Celebrate. Celebrate when you've made a big investment. Celebrate when you bought the thing you wanted to buy. Give yourself a high five. Like, yes, write a post that really resonates with the world. Like, I did this for me and I'm so proud and I feel good. Own the goodness of what you can do with money, no matter how small the purchase is. Every time you put gas in your car, say, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And people will feel like you're thanking them. It's gonna be the best feeling. Go to Starbucks, order your coffee, and they'll give it to you. Thank you. And meet it. They'll be like, you're welcome. You'll feel like so good and they'll feel good and you'll walk down. This is an amazing interaction. When you go to the store and you buy the shirt you wanted, and they pack it up for you and they give you your bag and you say, thank you so much. You're welcome. You just made their day. Your day is made. You strut out of there with your bag and you're like, I just made a good purchase. Love spending, and you will attract people that love spending with you. It's all about energy. The more energy you have, the more abundance you have. Wealth care. I'm not just taking care of my money when I'm broke or when I'm running out. I'm not just taking care of my health when I'm broke and I'm running out. I'm taking care. It's wealth care. It's the way that I show up for abundance. If I want an abundance in health, I've got to take care of things before things break down. If I want an abundance financially, I've got to take care of things before things break down. Money is just energy. Time is not even relevant. Energy is money. Time is just time. Energy is money. So I'm going to plan the next call for us, but your goal here now is to rewatch this training, pull out all the nuggets, and do the experiences. I want to be tagged in your statuses next time you do something luxurious for yourself and you feel good spending money. If you put a smiley face on your credit card, I want you to, like, obviously hide the credit card number, but put your thumb on it, but send me a picture of that. Keep me in the vibe. Do the things that really make you feel giddy around money. Change it. Just like that. Just change it and everything will change and people will love to pay you. And it's an amazing feeling when you know people love to pay you. Okay, so I love you. This was awesome. Go enjoy your evening. Enjoy your money. Enjoy your wealth. Enjoy your abundance in all areas for being here. I'll be posting the replay as soon as it's uploaded, and I will be seeing you in the group very soon. Mwah! Bye, ladies.